and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll for the MidSouth Mafia Thursday night series about to get underway here from the beautiful USA International Speedway as these drivers looking to put on a show and looking to pick up an extra little bit of a payday here this evening. As out in this one we see a very stacked field of drivers ready to rock and roll with these super late models here from USA International Speedway. Such a beautiful racetrack, such a beautiful facility here for each and every one of these drivers to come to and to be able to produce some great racing action for us on this beautiful Thursday evening as they get lined up and ready to rock and roll here as practice slowly but surely coming to a close. We're gonna get ready for another wicked race. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to set them loose in just a few more moments. A huge shout out to MidSouth Mafia, VLR Sweet Victory Apparel in the Majula Say Speed Shop. Drivers all coming in. The MidSouth Mafia League about to get into the action here in this one. And some money on the line here is some money racing for these drivers this evening. Going to make things very interesting. Going to make things very tough for each and every one of these drivers on the night as things are going to get very hairy. Things are going to get very intense out there on the racetrack. And it's going to make for some amazing action here for each and every one of us to enjoy. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, chat. This is going to be a ton of fun. This is going to be a great race as practice slowly but surely coming to a close. We're looking at see here. What are we looking at here? We're looking at 15 drivers loaded into the sim and ready to rock and roll here on the evening. 15 drivers looking to go to battle. You see Zach Jenkins right there in the 62 ride as Talon Willis in his 8K race cars. Number 10 ride, the Sweet Victory Apparel, Majula Say Speed Shop. Number 10 ride, Talon Willis looking to have himself a great run here this evening, as well as the 46. A little bit of throwback there to the Wonder Bread car that we saw Ricky Bobby run there is the Majula Say Speed Shop number 46, the Team CFM Esports ride, looking for a good night here this evening. And then you see the 109 ride, the MidSouth Mafia Majula Say Speed Shop PLR machine getting a couple hits right there as everyone else piling in there as well, having some fun here before we get into the business. As that was James Braswell right there. We see Justin Sick rolling out onto the racetrack in his Spartan Transportation Sweet Victory Apparel Majula Say Speed Shop, and number 15 ride ready to rock and roll. Connor New right there as well as his Majula Say Speed Shop Sweet Victory Apparel ride, looking very fast here as he has the quickest lap time here in practice. So right now the 10 car looking very strong as he's looking to try to pick up another big win here for Connor New. As how do you do as practice coming to a close here. Practice coming to an end, and that means we're going to jump right into some qualifying action here for these drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're just tuning in, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to go to battle here in just a few more moments. Is the racing action about to get underway here from USA International Speedway. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, chat. This is going to be a ton of fun. We're going to see some great action here in this one. Woo! Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, baby. Yo, J-Train Incorporated says, let's go over there on YouTube. Yes, sir. J-Train coming in, showing the love here. 100%. Let's go. Let's get this party started here as you see Connor New jumping out onto the racetrack here, looking for a big run in that number 10 ride here this evening. Curtis Griffin out there as well in his Majula Say Speed Shop number 22 ride, looking for a big run there for Curtis here this evening. As Zach Johnson in the 73, he's going to roll out there onto the racetrack. Same with the number 12 ride of Colton Herbert, as Herbert getting up into the outside wall there a little bit. Here comes Chance Carr in his Hunt the Front number 2 ride, the Majula Say Speed Shop CC Dig Machine looking very strong here this evening as well, looking for a big run right now. currently the 7th quickest here in qualifying, as James Braswell gonna jump up, as Braswell jumping into that top spot here in qualifying with the quick time right now for the 109 ride. Talon Willis in position number 2 here in qualifying, looking to try to get a little faster here on his second lap, as Willis down across the start finish line. He's gonna jump up and he's gonna take that top spot away, and only by a nanosecond over Connor New, as Connor New and Talon Willis running identical lap times, but give that 100th of a second or 1,000th of a second to Talon Willis of the advantage over Connor New here in qualifying. Matthew Selby out there on the racetrack, currently in position number 5 here, rolling the outside lane. Chance Carr in position number 8. Justin Sick rounding out our top 10 here in qualifying with Colton Herbert right there behind him. Herbert looking to get a little faster here on his second lap down across the start-finish line. Doesn't look like he's going to get enough to advance any farther up the leaderboard here. Zach Jenkins out there in his 62 ride, looking for a good run, looking to jump up that leaderboard himself. He jumps up into position number 6, then hammers that inside wall there in corner and number 1. And then here you go, the 23 ride, Matt George, in the Majula A Speed Shop Team CFM Esports Sweet Victory Apparel number 23 machine. They're in the 15th spot right now, looking to get a little quicker here on his final lap around. He jumps up a couple spots here, moving Angela Anderson and Zach Johnson to the rear of the field here, as we'll get ready for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to set these drivers loose. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to rock and roll with heat race number 1 here from USA International Speedway, as these drivers ready to put on a show here for us as the first race of a 6-race series here for the MidSouth Mafia Thursday Night Money League. Here is a little bit of money on the line, and these drivers trying to earn themselves an extra payday here on Thursday. And starting on the pole in heat race number 1 is the AK Race Cars Sweet Victory Apparel number 10 ride. That is Talon Willis. To his outside in the Majula A Speed Shop MidSouth Mafia Sweet Victory Apparel Team CFM Esports VLR number 109. That is James Braswell. Starting in position number 3 in the 46 ride, another Majula A Speed Shop ride. That is the 46 of Matthew Selby, into his outside in the Sweet Victory Apparel DDR number 10. That is Dustin Price. Starting in position number 5 in the 2 ride is the Hunt the front. Number 2, a Chance Carr. To his outside, the 15. That is Justin Sick. And then we see Matt George and Zach Johnson bringing up the rear of the field as we are quickly green flag racing here in heat race number 1. Out in front, Talon Willis leads us down through quarter number 1, and at quarter number 2, he's going to lead us down the back straightaway. So Talon Willis out in front to lead the first lap here, as he's opening up a little bit of a gap here between himself and James Braswell. As Braswell back there in position number 2, there's only one driver making a pass so far. That is Matt George jumping up into 6th position as he's found himself a way around the Spartan Transportation. Number 15 of Justin Sick. So Sick there in 7th as Matt George up into position number 6. He works to the back bumper of the 2 ride of Chance Carr. Is Carr there in position number 5 as these guys putting on a heck of a show. Carr goes up high though, gets a piece of the outside wall. That's going to allow Matt George to get around him as he looks for a big run down the back straightaway, trying to get that high side groove underneath of him here, trying to figure that out so he can try to battle back and get back around the 23 ride. Another big run, but he has nowhere to go. He gets a piece of the wall here again as the 15 ride, as they go 3 wide. Justin Sick down low, Chance Carr right through the middle. It's going to split the traffic. Chance Carr with a big move down through corner number 1 and 2, puts that 2 machine back into position number 5 as it's all Talon Willis here in this one, as Willis continuing to lead the way, being hunted down by the 109 of James Braswell. It's Braswell there in position number 2. Matthew Selby there in that third position with Dustin Price in position number 4. Looking for more. Chance Carr there in position number 5. Justin Sick there in 6. And then we see Matt George and Zach Johnson bringing up the rear of the field as every single driver in the exact same position that they started this heat race in. So no one's been able to pick up a position. No one's lost a spot here in this one so far, but the race is still young as out in front, Calvin Willis is going to click off another one. There's 2 more laps left to go here for these drivers. It's out in front. It is all Talon Willis as Willis down through corner number 3. Nice and easy through corner number 4. He's going to head down the front straight away and see that white flag flying. So one more time around here for Talon Willis is the 10 machine. Out in front looking to try to pick up heat race win number 1 as the Majula Say Speed Shop, Spartan Transportation, AK Race Cars, Team CFM Esports, Sweet Victory Apparel, number 10 ride, and Talon Willis for the final time at a corner number 4 is going to see the checkered flag here in heat race number 1 on the evening. James Braswell, Matthew Selby, Dustin Price, Chance Carr, Justin Sick, Matt George, and Zach Johnson rounding out the field there in heat race number 1 as the sun is just starting to set here over the beautiful USA International Speedway. The heat is just starting to fire up here as these drivers getting ready for a big feature event. But first, we got heat race number 2 to roll out onto the racetrack as starting on the pole in the number 10 ride. That is the Majula Say Speed Shop, Sweet Victory Apparel, Spartan Transportation, number 10 of Connor New. To his outside in the 15 ride, that is Ryan Flatten. Starting in position number 3 in the 62 ride, that is Zach Jenkins. Into his outside in the 7 ride, that is Dalton Kane. Starting in position number 5 in the number 22 ride, that is Curtis Griffin in the Team CFM Esports 22 ride. To his outside in the 12 machine, that is Colton Herbert, bringing up the rear of the field. In the 68 machine, that is the MB Customs ride. That is the Rocket Racing machine of Angela Anderson. So 7 more drivers getting ready to go to battle here in heat race number 2. Is heat race number 2 about to get underway, and we're about to get ready to see some more wicked racing action as these super late models are absolutely hooked up and flying high here from USA International Speedway. Is Connor New down at a corner number 4 is going to see the green flag fly. He gets quick onto the lap, pedaling quickly, jumps out in front and looking to try to run away with this one. As Connor New, how do you do? But here comes the 62 of Zach Jenkins down low. Jenkins trying to make that 3 wide for the front of the field, has to settle there for position number 3 as he falls in line. Is the 7 ride of Dalton King, gets up into the outside fence. Heavy damage for the 7 machine. No caution flag as he's going to take his ride down pit side in a tough one there for the 7 ride of Dalton King as he's back in that 7th position. Connor New, how do you do? Out in front, leading the way here in heat race number 2 as he's out in front being chased down by the 15 ride of Ryan Flatten. Is Flatten there in position number 2 with Zach Jenkins there in the 3rd position, and door to door here is Colt Herbert trying to work himself around Curtis Griffin for position number 4 on the racetrack. So move the 12 ride of Colton Herbert up into that 4th spot as the 22 of Curtis Griffin back there in position number 5 now is Angela Anderson. Back there in the 6th position, and Dalton Kane still down pit side. Is out in front, the 10 ride looking to try to back it up here as already saw 110 machine in victory lane in heat race number 1. We're looking for another 10 ride in victory lane here after heat race number 2 as the 10s of Connor New and Talon Willis, the young guns here on the scene, they mean business here tonight as money on the line. They're looking to try to pick up the checkered flag and park their rides here in victory lane. But unfortunately, only one driver can win that feature event. But right now, the 2 10s in the field looking very, very strong here early on. as Connor New clicks off another lap here as the 10 machine out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. Connor New continuing to lead the way down through corner number 3 and out at corner number 4. He's going to see 2 more laps left to go here in this one. 2 more circuits here. The twin sticks in the air for Connor New as Ryan Flatten trying to hold off that number 62 is Zach Jenkins, as Jenkins threw it in there trying to find something a little bit lower underneath the 15 ride. That may hurt him, as here comes the 12 machine of Colton Herbert right to his back bumper as the 62 gets up into the outside walls. The white flag flies, move Colton Herbert now into third. So Herbert up into third as here comes Ryan Flatten looking down low underneath the Connor New. New holds his ground up there on the high side. It's a great run down the back straightaway for the final time through corner number 3 and out at corner number 4. It's the 10 machine of Connor New picking up the checker flag here in heat race number 2. Ryan Flatten, Colton Herbert, Zach Jenkins, Curtis Griffin, Angela Anderson, and Dalton Kane rounding out the field there in our second heat race of the evening. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments for our A-Main feature event. Our A-Main about to get underway here as these drivers going to get loaded up pit side. We're going to get a quick short break in here and get ready to rock and roll here with our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments as these drivers going to jump out onto the racetrack. We'll jump on board here with a couple of these drivers and get a couple good looks at what they see here from inside the driver's cam, as we're going to get a quick drink and we're going to get ready to go to battle here for our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, as the action just about to get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, as the action about to get underway here, our A-Main feature event about to get fired off here is practice. A little bit of warm-up here for these drivers to make sure that their cars are absolutely set up perfectly here for our A-Main feature event, as these drivers getting ready to rock and roll in just a few more moments Get a good look there at a bunch of these drivers out there on the racetrack, getting some good laps in here as they continue to find some speed, continue to find some good runs out there on the racetrack, looking to have themselves a wonderful evening and trying to earn themselves a extra little bit of a payday here this evening as these drivers are about to get stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for our A main feature event in just a few more moments as V2R TV coming in with that like on the stream. Jeremy Snyder coming in, dropping that heart reaction as well. Curtis Griffin coming in, dropping that follow as well. Curtis, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew coming in, hitting that follow button. Casey Durant coming in with that heart reaction with Anthony Garp. Brianna, Josh Wolfred coming in, showing the love as well with the share on the stream as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to set these drivers loose here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. Is our A-Main feature event is about to get underway here in just a few short moments. As there we go, the checkered flag is going to fly here on our warm-up session, and that means we're going to get ready to set them loose. Our A-Main is about to get underway here from USA International Speedway. You get a great look here behind the official iRacing pace truck as he's waiting for these drivers to get loaded into the sim back there behind him as we're going to get ready to set them loose here for 50 laps of racing action, 50 laps on the docket here this evening for these drivers. So 50 big ones here tonight for each and every one of the drivers in the field here, and that is a long time around USA International Speedway. That's a long time to try to work yourself towards the front of the field. It's a lot of time, though, to fall backwards and lose a lot of positions out there as well. You got to be patient. You got to hit your marks. You got to make sure you keep your car pointed in the right direction and avoid any of the chaos, any of the carnage that may ensue out there on the racetrack. As we get them lined up and ready to rock and roll here, my boy Wayne Pierce coming in, showing the love with the share on the stream. How are you, Wayner? How are you, my boy? Coming in, showing the love here in this one. Jake Stefanski with the heart reaction as well. How are you, Jake? Coming in, showing the love here as well as we get ready for our A-Main feature event, starting on the pole in the number 10 machine. It's the Spartan Transportation Suite Victory Apparel Majula Say Speed Shop AK Race Cars number 10M. That is Talon Willis. To his outside, it's another Majula Say Speed Shop Sweet Victory Apparel number 10 ride. That is Connor New. And then we see James Broswell, Ryan Flatten making up row number 2 with the 46 of Matthew Selby and Colton Herbert there in row number 3. Dustin Price and the 62 is Zach Jenkins there in 7th and 8th with Curtis Griffin, Chance Carr, Justin Sick, Angela Anderson, Matt George, Zach Johnson, and Dalton Kane bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here from USA International Speedway. It is the 10 cars out in front. The 10 of Talon Willis leading the way with the 10 ride of Connor New on his back bumper is down across the start finish line. Lap number 1 gonna go to Talon Willis, but Connor New right there taking a look down to his inside. A little bit of beating and banging and drivers using the fenders back here throughout the field as each and every one of them trying to work themselves to the front of the field here in this one. Right now, the 46 ride of Matthew Selby sliding backwards here early on as he's already lost 3 positions here, and he is under attack as the 62 is Zach Jenkins trying to work himself around that 46 ride. And right there, here comes Curtis Griffin and Justin Sick, both poking their nose into that battle as well as the 46 ride. Limping here a little bit early on, and this one is the 62. Goes off the racetrack as Colton Herbert goes around, and our first caution flag of the evening is going to fly. So our first caution flag of the day is going to come out here as Colton Herbert goes for a ride here in this number 12 machine. We'll get a good look at it and see what happens as he heads down the back straightaway. The 2 ride, a Chance Carr just getting by him there and sends it into the corner. think, oh yeah, he's going to get some help right here. The 62 ride of Jenkins just sends it in there a little bit too far, a little bit too hard, gets underneath that left rear quarter panel, unfortunately spins that 12 machine around. You see the 15 at Justin Sick getting a good piece of him right there. Some pretty good damage on the back end of that 12 ride, some pretty heavy damage on the front end of Justin Sick's ride, as couple hard hits right there, a couple hard licks for a few of our tough competitors here in this one, as we'll take another look at it and see what happened here again, as just unfortunately the 62 as Zach Jenkins sends it in there, looking to kind of go for the slide job lane to clear that 46 ride. Unfortunately, came in a little bit too hot, got right into that back end of the 12 machine of Colton Herbert. Definitely not how Colton wanted his evening to start out here in this feature event, as you see Matthew Selby rejoining the field here after getting some work done to his ride. Matt George back there as well in his 23 Team CFM machine. And you see the 12 ride of Colton Herbert right there, as well as we get him stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag, racing the 10 ride of Talon Willis. Quickly back onto the loud pedal, clears the 10 ride of Connor New. New right there to his back bumper, though, taking a look down to the inside as the 10 rides continue to put on a great battle. But here comes Ryan Flatten. He's poking his nose into this fight at the front of the field. Ryan Flatten trying to work himself underneath of the 10 ride of Connor New, as they're going to go door to door down across the start finish line, as Talon Willis going to click off another lap. As so far, Talon Willis has been the reflection of perfection here in this one. Led every lap in heat race number 1. He won the pole position, and here he is in the top spot here for this A main feature event. Started on the pole and has led every lap so far, and he's been able to hold a lot of very fast and talented drivers back there at bay. But this race is still young, and there are some heavy hitters trying to work themselves to the front of the field, as Connor New going to jump back into position number 2 as he works himself around the 15 ride of Ryan Flatten here again. But Flatten's not done, continuing to try to keep that 15 ride down to the inside of the 10 machine of Connor New. James Broswell right there as well in his Majula Sake Speed Shop MidSouth Mafia number 102 ride, as he's in position number 4 and looking for more. And Chance Carr in the hunt the front number 2 ride there in position number 5, taking a good look down underneath of that 109 machine, but unfortunately just can't get the run off that he needs to pull up door to door with James Broswell. As Broswell there in position number 4, you see Justin Sick in his Spartan Transportation number 15 ride up into position number 6 here, currently up 5 positions on the racetrack, and the driver back there behind him, the Team CFM Esports MB Customs number 73 ride, that is Zach Johnson. Started at the rear of the field and has worked himself now up into position number 7, already picking up 8 positions here on the evening, as a bit of a hard charger move coming from that 73 ride, as Dustin Price, Zach Jenkins right there behind him, and then Matthew Selby right there working himself back inside the top 10 as the 46 taking a good look down low underneath of that 62 machine of Zach Jenkins. Curtis Griffin back there in 11th with Dalton Kane there in 12th. Matt George back in 13th with Colton Herbert in 14th. And Angela Anderson bringing up the rear of the field back there in the 15th position. But it's all Talon Willis here in this one, as Willis continuing to lead the way, but he's getting a lot of pressure from the drivers back there behind him. Unfortunately for the 10 ride, Connor New, he slipped up a little bit there in 1 and 2. He's going to have to try to reel in that 10 ride. And Talon Willis again trying to get back to his back bumper as door to door. Ryan Flatten taking another look down low, trying to figure out a way to get around one of these 10 machines here in this one. As Connor New trying to hold on to that second spot, James Broswell and Ryan Flatten right there ready to pounce, trying to work themselves to the front of the field as they're starting to pull away a little bit more here from Chance Carr. His car back there in position number 5 has a little bit of breathing room here. No one really in his general vicinity. He's got a few car lengths between himself and the 109, and a few car lengths back, you see that 15 ride of Justin Sick. A Sick there in position number 6, and then Matthew Selby trying to work himself back towards the front here in his Wonder Brand throwback paint scheme ride, the little shake and bake Team CFM Esports Majula Sake Speed Shop 46 ride. As Selby has worked himself back up into the 7th position, so A tough start here for the 46 ride. Came down pit side, got some work done to that ride, and here he is working himself back up through the traffic here into that 7th position. So Matthew Selby showing some speed here through this middle portion of the race. Zach Johnson trying to hold on to his ride as he's got Zach Jenkins right there to his outside, and the other 10 ride in the field. Dustin Price right there with him, rounding out our top 10 here. So we got 3 10s inside the top 10 here with the AK race cars. Majula Say Speed Shop at number 10B of Dustin Price there in position. Number 10 is Zach Jenkins. Gets up, gets a piece of the wall. So doesn't Curtis Griffin. Griffin gets up into the outside fence there as well. That's going to allow Dalton Kane and Matt George to slip around him here, as fortunately for the 22 ride, struggling here, a little bit of front end damage on that 22 ride, and he's feeling it right now. Colton Herbert back there in the 14th position with Angela Anderson back there with him in position number 15 as they round out the field here in this one, as everyone still being led by a pair of 10s as Talon Willis and Connor New still 1 and 2 here. Ryan Flatten still working to the back bumper of Connor New here throughout this race, as Talon Willis going to click up another lap here in this one, as these drivers putting on a heck of a show here for us. We're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. all these drivers keeping it clean and green here throughout that crank it up session as Talon Willis continuing to lead the way here. Willis out in front as he's trying to work himself now around the 68 ride as we hit halfway in and halfway to go here in this one. 25 laps down, 25 laps left to go here for these drivers, and as this racetrack starts to slick off more and more and more, and these drivers start to use up their equipment, the tires starting to fall away, starting to blow off here, things are going to get very, very tough, and we're going to see drivers start to fall off, and some drivers start to work themselves up through the field. Larry Ray Wolford coming in with that like on the stream. Slingshot Sim Racing coming in with that like as well. Aaron Smith coming in, dropping the thumbs up. My boy Bobby Hall Jr. coming in with that like on the stream. James Garland with the like, and Joshua Peacock coming in, smashing the thumbs up here. Is Talon Willis starting to put a little bit of distance now between himself and the other 10 ride of Connor New. As Connor New back there in position number 2. How do you do for Connor New as he's still in that second spot, trying to hold off Ryan Flatten and James Broswell. As Broswell and Flatten right there on the back bumper of Connor New here. And it's Connor New holding them off. He's actually starting to allow this 10 ride of Talon Willis to start to pull away here, starting to give himself a little bit of a gap and build a bit of a lead here as he's starting to pull away and break that draft back off of that number 10 ride of Connor New, as he's got about a 0.6 of a second lead now for the AK race cars. Majula Say Speed Shop, Spartan Transportation, Sweet Victory Apparel, number 10M of Talon Willis. As Willis continuing to lead the way, Connor New, Ryan Flatten, James Braswell, our top 4, and pulled away virtually from the rest of the field is about 2, almost 3 seconds back. Behind them, you see the 5th place driver of the 2 ride, the Hunt the Front machine. That is Chance Carr back there in position number 5, with Matthew Selby there in position number 6. Zach Jenkins there in 7th, and then we see Justin Sick, Dustin Price, Dalton Kane. Rounding out our top 10, Zach Johnson back into position number 11. Angela Anderson there in position number 12. Unfortunately, a lap down here for the 68 ride. And then Colton Herbert off the racetrack. Matt George also off the track. And Curtis Griffin taking his ride down pit side. So only 12 drivers left here in the field, as out in front, Talon Willis looking for the payday here at USA, as the 10M continuing to lead the way here, as he has been the reflection of perfection, as we do see the 15 ride of Justin Sick also had down pit side here in his LCI Sweet Victory Apparel VLR Spartan Transportation number 15 ride. He's going to head down pit side here, as well as the 10M of Talon Willis clicks off another lap and puts him a lap down, as unfortunate right there for Justin Sick as he finds himself now back in the 12th position. Out in front, this time by the start-finish line. We're going to see 16 laps left to go here for Talon Willis, as Willis looking for the checkered flag, as he has been the reflection of perfection here all evening long. No one's been able to find a way around this 10 machine of Talon Willis, as Willis has been able to lead the way here from the start of this entire event, as he was quickest in qualifying, picked up heat race win number 1, leading every single lap, and here he is starting on the pole this feature event, and he's been able to hold on and lead every single lap of this feature event up to this point. But things can still happen in a quick hurry. Tires can fall off, caution flags can fly, and anything could happen to knock this 10M ride off the top spot. But he is looking super strong here in this one, as he's now out to a 1.6 second advantage between himself and Connor New, as New back there in position number 2, as James Braswell off into 3rd here with the 15 Orion Flatten back in position number 4 and looking for more. Chance Carr trying to hold on to position number 5, but Matthew Selby down to his inside, as a little bit of shake and bake here for Selby as he works to the inside, looking to try to jump up and take a top 5 away from the Majula Say Speed Shop. Hunt the front number 2, as Chance Carr trying to stay there in that 5th position, looking for a great run here to start this series for that 2 machine, as no points, but there is a payout for these drivers in this race. As out in front, Talon Willis looking to cash in, looking for the payday here, as he's starting to run into some lap traffic, as his lead starting to be evaporated here. 1.4 seconds the difference now between himself and the other 10 ride of Connor New, as New back there in position number 2, continuing to hold down that second spot here, as James Braswell working himself back up into 3rd here where he started this race, and he's right there trying to figure out a way to get around this 10 ride. Is Talon Willis running into some issues here with the lap traffic. The lap traffic getting tangled up on the high side as the 68 ride somehow keeps it pointing in the right direction, as it got tied up there with that number 72 of Zach Johnson, as Johnson also going to go down a lap here. Sorry, the 73 of Zach Johnson, as Johnson now down a lap as Talon Willis almost went around there as they got tied together. And this is going to open up the door here for the 10 ride of Connor New to maybe try to put a bit of an advantage here between himself and the 109 ride of James Broswell, as Broswell back there in position number 3. Now a couple car lengths off the back bumper of the 10 ride of Connor New. So a bit of breathing room there for New, but out in front, Talon Willis still with a 1.4 second lead advantage here over the rest of the field here. Talon Willis has just been hitting his marks and making this look easy here in this second half of the feature event as the laps continue to get clicked down here with only 8 more laps left to go. Talon Willis looking to pick up the checkered flag. As Willis out in front down at a quarter number 4 is going to click off another lap here with 7 more laps left to go. Talon Willis back there out in front with the 10 ride there in position number 2, and a caution flag is going to fly. A late race caution flag here when things were just about to come to a close here as the 10 ride running away with it. The caution flag is going to come out here for the second time in this feature event, and that is going to bring the rest of the field right back to the rear bumper of our race leader, Talon Willis. We'll have to wait and see if Willis can hang on to it and keep his 10M out in front as the 73 of Zach Johnson. Unfortunately, having some issues here. Already has a little bit of damage after contact with the 68 ride. See that right rear pretty busted up. He sends it into corner number 3 and 4, and unfortunately just sends it in there a little bit too hard. Gets up into the outside wall. The car gets spun around sideways on the racetrack. That is going to throw the caution flag out quickly from our race officials here on the evening, making sure that every car out there doesn't get tied up with that 73 ride. So we got them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to battle here. Talon Willis out in front. Connor New continuing to run right there in position number 2 with James Broswell there in position number 3. Ryan Flatton, Matthew Selby rounding out our top 5. Zach Jenkins, Dustin Price, Chance Carr, Dalton Kane rounding out our top 8 here in this one. Then Angela Anderson, or Chance Carr, Angela Anderson, Zach Johnson, Justin Sick, Colton Herbert, Matt George, and Curtis Griffin rounding out the field here in this one. Is my boy Jason Gunnels coming in, showing the love. Black Phoenix coming in as well with the likes on the stream. Jason says, yo, what's good, Jason? What's good, my boy? Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are off. The official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. We're going to see 6 laps up on the board here for the 10 ride. The 10M of Talon Willis as he hits the restart perfectly, gets a great jump. That's exactly what he needed here over Connor New. As New back there in position number 2, trying to hold off James Broswell as Broswell trying to work himself up into third as contact. A little bit of beating and banging. The 46 ride of Matthew Selby somehow almost doesn't go around as the caution flag is going to fly as Ryan Flatton, unfortunately, not as lucky here in position number 4, is going to run into some issues. The 46 right there to his inside, putting the pressure on him, gets him loose up the racetrack, shoves his nose down low underneath of him. In the 62 ride is Zach Jenkins right there trying to do the exact same thing. The 3 of them come tied together, the sparks flying down the back straightaway, and unfortunately, Ryan Flatton's going to go around here. A great heads-up move there by Chance Carr to avoid the spinning number 15 machine, as we're going to see our 3rd caution flag fly late in this race, in a heartbreaker there for Ryan Flatton, as we'll jump right on board here with that 15 machine as he's just trying to work himself nice and easy down low. Unfortunately, he's getting a ton of beating and banging into his back bumper and nothing he can do except for hang on. And then here comes a couple more drivers, luckily enough, not making any contact there with them, as we'll take another look at it here as we saw Chance Carr making some great moves here in this number 2 machine. We'll see if we can get a good look at what he was able to do to avoid the contact here as the Scott Bloomquist race cars hunt the front number 2 ride. Able to dodge a couple bullets here down out at corner number 2 as he sees this happening right here in front of him. Quickly able to make that move, dives to the right-hand side there. Misses that 15 rider Ryan Flattens. We'll get him stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag racing. Talon Willis looking for another big restart. He gets a decent jump there. Not as good as what he did last time, but he's still got the advantage. Down into corner number 1 and nice and easy out of corner number 2. Things looking a little bit more in tow here. Back there behind him is no caution flag out of corner number 2 that time as Zach Jenkins working himself up into position number 4. Here comes the other 10 of Dustin Price and Chance Carr battling door to door there for position number 5. As Talon Willis is going to click off another lap here. The 10M machine out in front looking to be the reflection of perfection here all evening long as no one has been able to find a way around the 10M of Talon Willis. Here this evening, the 10 ride of Connor New has been right there on his back bumper, and he's going to get 3 more laps and another opportunity at it as another late race caution flag. Dalton Kane having some issues here in the 7 ride as Dalton Kane gonna get into the grass there a little bit, trying to hang on to his ride as he sends it down into corner number 3. Looks like he's gonna get a piece there of Matthew Selby, and unfortunately gets up into the outside fence. Some pretty hard damage there for that 7 ride of Dalton Kane as we'll get another look at it here. A pretty big shot right there as he was trying to get a good run there to the back bumper of the 46 of Matthew Selby here, and luckily enough Selby able to hang on to that, but may have some damage himself as that was a hard hit there into the back bumper as there's the 7 up into the outside fence. Heavy rear end damage for Dalton Kane as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here. Talon Willis continuing to lead the way here in this one. Yo, Larry says, let's go Connor New. Cheering on Connor New here in this one. My boy Hematode coming in, showing the love. Hematode dropping the like on the stream. Pacer Pawpam coming in with that like as well. How are you, Hematode? How are you today, my boy? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. My boy Tony Whipperman, Whippersnapper coming in, showing the love as well with the like on the stream. Says, what's going on, my guy? What's good, Tony? What's good, Mr. Whippersnapper? As we're getting ready to see this one come to a close. Talon Willis looking to try to hang on as down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, another big restart for the 10M of Talon Willis as he heads down across the start finish line. He's gonna see 2 or 3 more laps left to go here in this one. So 3 more laps for Talon Willis to try to pick up the checkered flag as he's led every single lap that he can here today in this one. But the caution flag is gonna come back out again late in this one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, just to put the pressure more on the 10M. We see the 62, unfortunately. Looks like he's going to get time together here. I'm not sure if Chance Carr gets a piece of him right here, but they get a piece of each other as, yep, there you go. The 2 ride just gives him a little bit of a shot, and unfortunately the 62 going to go around there. Actually, I don't know. Did he get contact there? That is the big question right there, as we'll try to take a look at it as does have Chance Carr right there. Oh, yeah, Chance Carr just gave him a shot right as he got into the corner, and then Matthew Selby giving a shot to the 2 right as well as they're both trying to slide by him as he slides up the racetrack into the outside fence. Unfortunately, a tough break there for the 62 ride of Zach Jenkins as he gets a bit of contact from the 2 of Chance Carr as we'll get him lined up and ready to go back to battle here in this one as out in front, Talon Willis continuing to lead the way here. Fastest in qualifying. Won his heat race leading every single lap. Started this feature event from that pole position and hasn't allowed a single car to get around him here on the evening as he's led every single lap up to this point, and he's looking to close things out late in this one from USA International Speedway is Talon Willis. Down through corner number 3, nice and easy. At a corner number 4, he's going to see the green flag fly once again in another big restart there for Talon Willis. A great jump as he opens up about 3 car lengths between himself and Connor New. Back there in position number 2 is James Broswell on his back bumper trying to work the 109 ride up into position number 2 as they head down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Nice and easy down out of corner number 4. The 10M of Talon Willis is going to see the white flag fly one more time around here for Talon Willis. Is Willis nice and easy through corner 1 and out of corner number 2. He's going to lead us down the back straightaway here for the final time this evening. As the 109 ride looking for a big run. The 10 of Connor New looking for a move, but he can't get there. It's out of corner number 4. It's Talon Willis picking up the checkered flag here in this one from USA International Speedway. He's able to be absolutely perfect here on the evening as he is the reflection of perfection, picking up the win here in this one, leading every single lap on the day for the 10M of Talon Willis as he parks that Spartan Transportation, Majulis Say Speed Shop, AK Race Cars, Team ZFM Esports VLR number 10M up here in the USA International Speedway victory lane. The rest of our podium right there with Connor New has been in position number 2 all race long there in that second spot, and James Braswell picking up position number 3. This is a Majulis Speed Shop 1, 2, 3 here in this one as we get ready to pull our top 3 up into the Discord for some post-race interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner as Talon Willis picks up the win here this evening. What a run and what a drive right there for Talon. We will wait for our top 3 to join the interview room here. We'll see if they can hop in here in a decent time here. See if we can get them in here for a quick post-race interview. Man, what a run, what a drive, what a finish right there for Talon Willis as he's able to pick up the win and park the 10M up in victory lane. As my boy Cody Dwayne Heathcock coming in with that like on the stream, as well as ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys enjoyed that racing action, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Become part of the PeaceMaker family, become part of the PeaceMaker crew here today, and make sure you turn those bell notifications on. J-Train Incorporated says, my face was throbbing from VR, sweating like a mofo. That was fun. That was looked like a blast out there, man. Each and every one of these drivers looked like they were having a ton of fun throughout this race and throughout this evening, as Debbie Patrick coming in with the like on the stream, Hunter McManus coming in with the like as well here in this one, as unfortunately I don't see any of our top 3 up and in here for post-race interviews, so I don't know if we're doing post-race interviews or not. That's a big question right here. Let me take a look here and see. Yo, Tyler Carnegie coming in, hitting that follow button, becoming part of the PeaceMaker family, becoming part of the PeaceMaker crew. As, man, a great run and a great race here this evening in this one. As, let me see if... Let me see if I can message Braswell right now. You're in my Discord. Okay, you're in my Discord. I'm in your Discord. What in the world? All right, they're in my Discord. I was in their Discord, but we'll hop in here as we'll get ready to pull in our top 3 here for some post-race interviews. There we go. That answers my questions as Talon Willis picking up the checkered flag. We're going to get Talon up here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Talon, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. Taking a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Talon, my boy, what a run, what a drive. A nice little Thursday night cruise here for you as you're able to be the reflection of perfection here in this one, leading, every single lap you can here this evening, picking up that top spot in qualifying, leading every lap and picking up the win in heat race and number 1. Puts you on the pole here for this feature event quickly. You jump out in front, but it didn't come without some pressure as you had the other 10 ride of Connor New right there on your back bumper, and obviously you saw James Braswell and the number 15 Orion Flatten right there with you for majority of this race, sticking right to your rear bumper until about 15 laps left to go. You were able to open up a bit of a lead and start to pull away.
Yeah, we were pretty good all race. That I hadn't ran USA in a minute, especially supers. But here lately, I've been kind of having a plan going to the races, and feel like it's kind of working. I ran the was running slider, and then I went bottom 3 and 4 to try to conserve tires because I had a feeling there was going to be a few late race cautions, which there was. So we were pretty good there at the end, and then I felt like we got really good there with probably about 15 to go, and then the cautions come out, and I was just able to keep getting pretty good restarts and was able to pull away, and then just kind of got a little one lane there, but the track was awesome.
Absolutely. The track looked beautiful here all evening long, and the 10M ride looked very beautiful at the front of the field as you pick up the checkered flag, being the reflection of perfection, knowing you kept so many great talented drivers back there behind you has got to feel pretty good, and also picking up a little bit of an extra payday has got to feel pretty dang good as well.
Oh yeah, it feels really good to pick up a payday anytime, but when you got Connor New, Braswell, he's been on the game for a while, Ryan Flatten, I mean, there was some pretty heavy hitters in this race, and when you got them behind you, you can't really make a mistake.
Absolutely, and a fairly mistake-free evening here for you as you keep that 10M ride out in front and park it up here in the USA International Speedway Victory Lane. Talon, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Evan, Blake, Chris, all them guys over there at CFM Esports, Magilla C Speed Shop. They've helped me a ton. Sweet Victory Apparel, Team CFM Esports, Spartan Transportation, Eye Paints, AK Race Cars, Tac 3 Defense, just everybody that puts it on. I got to thank Braswell for putting us on. This is just something that anybody can get in. It's not any points racing, so if you ain't got nothing to do on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, come run you some race. That pays a little bit of money to win. And gotta thank you for the broadcast.
Absolutely, brother. A great race and a great run here for you. Congratulations picking up the win. We look forward to seeing you back in action next Thursday, and hopefully we'll see you possibly right back up here in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, Talon Willis. Is Willis picking up the checkered flag here in this one as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher, the other 10 ride in the field. That is Connor New. As New coming home here in position number 2. We're going to pull him up into the Discord. Connor New, how do you do?
That was a rough one.
That was a bit of a tough one out there for you, brother, as I'm sure you guys are sweating your butts off after 50 hard-fought laps here all evening long. You're putting the pressure right there on the back bumper of Talon Willis, trying to figure out a way to get around him, hoping for a mistake out of that 10M machine, which never came in. At the same point in time as you were putting the pressure on him, you were getting a lot of pressure there on your back bumper as Ryan Flatten right there on your back bumper, taking multiple peaks down low, trying to figure out a way to get that second spot away from you. And then late in this race, you had to deal with the 109 of James Braswell as he was right there as well, knocking on your doorstep, trying to take that second spot away as well, as you were able to hang on to that second position, but you really weren't able to give too much time out there to try to figure out a different line, to figure out a different run, to find a way to jump up and pass that 10M of Talon Willis here in this one.
No, we got to him a couple times early on, but I mean, I never really had a chance to go around him or anything. I don't know, he was running bottom 3 and 4 and was just a lot better than I was down there. I couldn't run it. I mean, I was decent up the top. Up on the top, I mean, I could pace him, but I don't know, I just didn't have the speed to get around him.
Yeah, tough break there in that one as you weren't able to figure out a way to get around the 10M ride, but still being able to park your ride up here on the podium in position number 2, keeping so many great talented drivers back there behind you has got to feel pretty dang good.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to get P2, but I hate getting second. But I mean, Talon ran a great race tonight. He didn't make hardly any mistakes. He didn't make none when I was close anyway. He made a couple when he had like a 2-second gap on me, but I don't know. I'll take P2, I guess.
Absolutely a solid P2 here behind one of the best in the business in that 10M rider, Talon Willis. But you're right there putting the pressure on him all evening long. Unfortunately, you got to settle every once in a while for that second spot. Nothing to hang your head about with a lot of great cars back there behind you. Connor, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this afternoon?
I gotta thank Chris, Evan, Blake, everybody at Majority Speed Shop. Sweet Victory Apparel, C High Performance, Team Stiffin Esports, Tac 3 Defense, Gage Stevens Designs, Braswell for putting this league on, Nick Leonard for admin, and you for broadcasting.
Absolutely, brother. A great run and a great race. We look forward to seeing you back in action next Thursday, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe one spot better and up here in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Connor New. As Connor New coming home there in position number 2. Disappointed with the second place run. Obviously wanted to be up there in the money in that top spot as we get ready to pull in our third place finisher, our third place driver here, James Braswell. Is Braswell coming home in position number 3. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, James, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Hey, man, yeah.
James, man, what a run, what a drive. The top 4 here all evening long, just putting on a heck of a show and a heck of a battle as you guys put on a great event and a great show here for us. The top 4 just nose to tail, lap after lap after lap, waiting for one another to either make a mistake or make a move. And unfortunately, it was just follow the leader there for a little bit. But, man, it was exciting as you guys were running just inches off of each other.
Yeah, it's all I passed flat, and he made one little mistake, pushed tight, hit the wall, and I got by him. That's all you had to do. It seemed like the more slick the track got, the higher the car got on entry, which is really weird. I pushed too many times to even try to make it a battle with second, but it was fun. I mean, I wish the car count could have been more, but I had a lot more people that were going to race, but, East Bay was tonight, Speed Weeks and all that stuff, so I almost postponed it, but I just wanted to race, So I just said, go ahead, he'll send it. So we just raced. We had about 15 or 16. I know some dropped out, but it was fine. We'll definitely have more for the next week race too. If anybody wants to run it, man, it's an open league. Anybody can apply to it, man. Just DM me anywhere. You can run it.
Beauty. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys back in action next Thursday as well, and seeing more and more drivers out there making these races even more exciting. As, man, that was a heck of a run and a heck of a show here in this one. But James, a great run and a great drive here for yourself as you park the 109 machine up here on the podium. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and great performance here this evening?
Yeah, appreciate you doing a good broadcast. You're always energetic and everything, so that's why I picked you to do this broadcast. Thank everybody at CFM, Sweet Victory, WR1, me for not wrecking my car tonight. That's the number one thing.
Absolutely, James. Well, a great run and a great show there. Obviously, you want to throw some extra sponsors in there. I'll let you throw that in there quick.
No, you're good, man.
Oh, okay,
We're
perfect.
good, bud. Yeah, next week we'll probably at least double the field next week, man. So it'll be a good show. I think we're at Eldor in the UMPs, so that'll be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
I
great
remember
show.
right.
Great show and a great race there. The UMPs are a lot of fun, and obviously throwing 30 drivers out there, duking it out for 24 spots or 26 spots is going to be very, very fun to watch. But James, congratulations on the third place run here this evening. We look forward to seeing you back in action next Thursday, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth.
All right, man. You too. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, James Braswell. As we're going to call it there on that note, we're going to get ready to go live here for another race. We're unfortunately missing the start of the heat race here as I got called in under the hot wire here for another broadcast later on this evening, but we're going to jump in there. Some dirt street stocks coming right at you here in just a few more moments. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Turn on those live notification bells. That way you never miss it when we go live. As we're going to go back to battle here in just a few more moments for the dirt street stocks with the NWRA. Peace out for now.